Let's talk about the 10 monarchs and their abilities. Number 10. Monarch of the Beginning, Ligia, the King of Giants, plays a limited and brief role in the series. Cunning and surprisingly deceptive for an entity like himself, Ligia was the first and only monarch to be captured by the rulers. Captured and imprisoned after the death of the Absolute Being, Ligia was used as mana reinforcement for the human realm after being detained on Earth. Despite being a monarch and considered incomparably stronger than even the strongest humans, except Jin Wu, Ligia displays limited power due to being imprisoned and drained of mana for eons and not having a vessel. His only notable skills are Truth Induce Me and Spiritual Body Manifestation. Ligia meets his end at the hands of Jin Wu when he tries to betray the latter following the agreement of loyalty the two had. Number 9. Tarnak, Monarch of the Iron Body, the king of the monstrous humanoids, Tarnak, is one of the few monarchs who did not die at the hands of Jin Wu. An overly confident and egotistical individual, Tarnak, like Yogamont, was full of disgust and hatred for humans, a trait displayed by his genuine disdain at the fact that Jin Wu was the second Shadow Monarch, a fact he refused to acknowledge as a result of Jin Wu being human. Despite being extremely powerful as a monarch, Tarnak had enough good judgment to realize he was no match for Jin Wu without Antares. His most valuable abilities were his telepathy and spiritual body manifestation skills, as he also did not have a vessel that would allow him to exert his full power in the human realm. Tarnak gets done in when he invades Earth alongside Antares and tries to kill Thomas Andre, who he thinks is alone. To his surprise, he is ambushed by the trio of Baru, Belion, and Thomas, who quickly eliminate him and continue to battle. Number 8. Yogamont, Monarch of Transfiguration. The king of demonic specters, Yogamont, was one of the 9 monarchs created by the Absolute Being and a being depicted to be prideful. Like other monarchs, he hated humans and thought of them as weak and beneath him, as noted by his calling of Jin Wu's father, Sung Il Huan, a weakling, a testament to his power. However, despite his arrogant nature and being, Yogamont is wise enough to acknowledge the strength of opponents who outclass him, as was the case against Sung Jin Wu following their first encounter. Due to not having a vessel, he cannot demonstrate his full power on Earth and can only mostly use the skill of spiritual body manifestation. He eventually meets his demise at the hands of Jin Wu after he uses the Cup of Reincarnation to rewind time and hunt down all of the monarchs. Number 7. Raken, Monarch of Beast, aggressively arrogant and viciously callous. Raken, also known as the King of Beasts, holds a similar disdain and intense bloodlust towards humans, specifically those he considers to be prey for him. Despite his high and mighty demeanor, however, Raken is rather selfish and outright cowardly when faced with opponents possessing far superior power, like Antares and Jin Wu. Also, he was a hypocritical figure, as was shown when he offered to switch allegiances to Jin Wu to avoid being killed. Compared to other characters outside of monarchs and rulers, Raken is rather immensely powerful as a monarch. His most notable abilities are telekinesis, regeneration, and spiritual body manifestation. Like most of the monarchs, Raken dies to Jin Wu in the latter's quest to prevent the invasion and destruction of Earth by the monarchs. Number 6. Queratia, Monarch of Plagues. Queratia, the queen of insects and another of the 9 monarchs, was a sadistic individual with a lust for bloodshed. Unlike Yogamont, she simply enjoyed killing humans and treating them as prey. Towards her minions, she is of a surprising motherly demeanor. As a monarch, she possessed immense power and several skills, including necromancy, mana manipulation, regeneration, venom inducement, and spiritual body manifestation. Queratia was one of the first monarchs to die in the series following Christopher Reed's death, which she was a part of, and Raken's rampage across Seoul. Still believing herself to be more powerful than Jin Wu, and not carefully assessing the threat he possessed by thinking she had enough power to be able to afford being distracted by Baru, ensured she met a fairly quick end at Jin Woo's hands. Please share the video and follow the page for the second part.